If you've inherited a pond, maybe you bought a house with one, or you're brand new to ponds, this video is for you. It can feel like a steep learning curve at first, pumps, filters, plants, fish. It's easy to think, where do I even start? But here's the good news. Every pond is different, but they all share the same basic principles. Once you understand those, ponds become a lot less intimidating and a lot more enjoyable. So let's simplify it. But if you don't already know me, my name is Kev, and my aim is to help people build and maintain their ponds without spending a fortune. So if that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. The first thing to understand is this: all ponds produce waste. Fish create waste, plants shed leaves, food turns into waste, leaves, pollen and debris fall in from surrounding trees. That's normal and it's unavoidable. So everything else we do with a pond is really just about managing that waste and therefore keeping the water quality good. This is why most ponds have pumps and filters. The pump's main job is simple. It moves water and the waste in that water to a filter. The filter's job is then to capture that waste and help process it so it doesn't build up inside the pond. Now you might be thinking, great, that sounds like a lot of maintenance. And yes, it can be, but it doesn't need to be. I'm a pretty low-tech kind of guy. I like ponds that look natural and don't need constant tinkering. So the way I set up most of my ponds is very simple. I have a pump sitting inside a skimmer or an intake bay, and what that does is it pulls in surface debris like leaves and pollen, it protects the pump from getting clogged, and it means I'm not constantly lifting a dirty pump out of the pond to clean it. It also keeps the pond looking cleaner, no leaves or debris floating around on the surface. From the skimmer or intake bay, the water gets pumped to another filter, and this is where a lot of people get confused. Because this filter isn't just about trapping dirt, it's about growing bacteria. And I know that sounds strange. Why would we want bacteria? Bacteria are the backbone of every healthy pond. Ponds aren't swimming pools. They don't rely on chemicals. They rely on natural biological processes. Bacteria, fungi, microscopic organisms, small bugs, even algae. All these things help break down waste and keep the water healthy. So a good filter isn't just a box that catches dirt, it's really a habitat for beneficial life. In my ponds, I like to pump the water into a bog filter. Bog filters are full of rock, gravel and plants. The rock and gravel provide massive surface area for bacteria, they create safe little nooks and crannies for beneficial critters, and the slow flow allows fine sediments to settle out instead of returning to the pond. The plants then remove nutrients directly from the water as they grow, which helps reduce algae. That combination makes bog filters incredibly low maintenance. In some ponds they go months, even years, without needing much attention at all. They're my favourite filter by far. That said, they're not the only option. If you've inherited a pond, there's a good chance it doesn't have a bog filter. Other common filters include waterfall filters, box filters, canister filters. They all work on the same basic idea. Water is pumped from the pond through the filter and then returned back to the pond. And here's a key thing to understand. The smaller the filter, the more often it needs to be cleaned. That's not a fault, it's just physics. So if you've inherited a pond, your first step is observation. Ask yourself, is there a pump? Where does the water go? Where does it come back into the pond? How do I access the filter? How do I clean it? Once you find the filter, check how dirty it is. If it has sponges, brushes or plastic media, rinse them off. Ideally use pond water, not tap water, because those materials are all growing good bacteria. That said, don't panic if you've used tap water before. Bacteria live everywhere in the pond, on rocks, plants, liner, and inside the plumbing. The big thing to avoid is resetting everything all at once. You don't want to drain the pond completely, scrub everything spotless, and refill the whole pond straight from the tap. That can completely wipe out your biology, and biology is what makes ponds easy to own. If the pond's been neglected for a while, the filter may get dirty very quickly at first, and that's okay. Clean it again and again and again. As waste is removed, you should find that you need to clean it less often over time. Sometimes inherited ponds have filters that are simply undersized. If you can never stay on top of cleaning, you may need additional filtration or a different filter style, or some simple manual help. Things like netting debris, vacuuming sludge, trimming plants before they rot inside the pond, netting the pond in autumn if there's lots of trees nearby. A skimmer or an intake bay really helps here because it pulls debris into one spot instead of it spreading out across the pond and then sinking. Another way to make ponds easier to maintain is reducing the waste at the source. That means not overstocking with fish and not overfeeding. Personally, I like ponds where I don't need to feed the fish at all. Nature does the job and the system becomes more self-regulating. Like I said, I'm low-tech and lazy. One of the most important things to remember is this: ponds evolve slowly, so changes should be slow too. Don't remove all the plants, don't clean everything at once, and don't expect instant results. The life inside the pond is adapted to the current conditions. Make changes gradually, unless of course you want to do a full build, in which case just jump in and start fresh. Both options are valid. So if you're new and you remember nothing else, remember this: ponds produce waste and filters remove waste. So just ask yourself, how is my pond filtered and how can I make that easier and more maintenance friendly? That's it. If you want to learn more about the simple systems I use, you'll find plenty of videos here on YouTube and resources on my website, Ozponds.com. Owning a pond should be relaxing, not a pain in the bum. Thanks for watching. See ya.